It's been 2 years since we started using Poret filter foam, and now we use it exclusively in our hatchery as well as in the aquariums that we set up for customers. The Hamburg Matten Filter technique is based on nature's design and is the perfect way to provide excellent water quality at all times, whether it's a large show tank, a breeding setup, or a divided off tank. Now, the biological stability that you gain from this type of setup cannot really be believed until you've experienced it. I also like the fact that it has low maintenance. We've only had to clean our heavily stocked tank after a year, and that was in-tank cleaning, which made it a lot easier. I like the fact that you can run multiple tanks off a single air pump, cutting down the electrical bill. I also love the fact that the high-quality foam only needs to be bought once, and that's a once-off cost. I think that really makes it cost-effective. To achieve the efficiency of the Matten filter, you need to have a 2.5 times cycle rate. To work this out, it's easy. Simply measure out how long it takes to fill up a jug, and then extrapolate that across an hour, and that should give you a cycle rate. You want to achieve a good contact time, and that's the amount of time that the water spends with the beneficial bacteria. Now, over time, we've learned heaps of stuff that's helped us improve the idea of the Matten filter, and one of them is to use a secondary density layer. So we go for a very high density at the back and then a medium density on the outside. As you can see, we've used a blue foam, just using offcuts that have been joined together. They stick really well together, so it's excellent. And then we cover up the front face with the black foam. So that hides everything, it blends nicely in the background. You can barely see it once you're standing in front of looking at the tank. As you can see, the air uplifts, they pump up heats of water, providing a lot of movement and just creating that good surface diffusion, creating gaseous exchange, providing plenty of oxygen in the water. Now, one of the other things that we've learnt and we've improved is how to clean the Matten filter. So for smaller tanks, just take the foam layer outside, smack it against a hard wall, and all the dirt just gets ejected out. But for larger tanks, especially show tanks, it's not really feasible to do. So what we use is just a 2-litre Coke bottle with the bottom chopped off. So this is something you'll do once a year, and all you do is you just gravel vacuum it. Just giving it a slight squeeze causes the vacuum to change and sucks all the dirt out, which then gets washed straight out into the garden or wherever you discard it. So one of the other improvements that we've made, and this is fixing one of the flaws of the Matten filter, is the mechanical filtration is based on the same slow cycle rate as the biological. So one of the improvements that we do nowadays is that we split the foam sheet in half. So you can either do it by having a corner filter on either end or just a glass partition. So in one end you'll have the biological flow, so we're going for a 2.5 times cycle rate. In the other section, you'll go for an increased cycle rate, so 10 to 15 times an hour, or just purely depending on how much water flow your fish can handle. What this achieves is, on the left-hand side, we have great biological filtration, and on the right-hand side, the water's really pushing through that foam, getting rid of all the detritus, making sure that the water looks great to the human eye. I have found one flaw with the Matten filter, and that is if you have an earthquake. The back and forward motion of the water moving through the foam dirties up the tank for the next 45 minutes. All in all, as far as flaws go, if that's the only one, I'm really happy with it. Creating natural looking aquariums that are easy to maintain.